technology they'd like us to pilot. And so we'll bring it in and we'll put it on the shelf for a while. And hopefully over the course of a subscription renewal cycle, we'll do something with it. But it's something that's normal that most CIOs and their organizations do. But then again, when the tiers change and new things are added, or they introduce new SKUs, we definitely need to pay attention to, do we really want to have more shelfware there? And I think that's the big thing around the new tiers that are being offered. And so for us, I think the big thing we always looked at is three things that mainly we wanted to look at, the three audits. And one was a seat audit. Is, how many users were using the product? Were we managing the usage count when employees left or they changed roles? Did the software that they were using, did they make sense? If they were E5, should they go down to E3? All of a sudden, they were a contractor and they were using a light license, or should they now become an employee? Now they have to go up. And so having those procedures and processes in place, but a reasonable audit along the way to make sure that your license counts are accurate, I think was always the thing we tried to do, but it was a challenge, right? Because we didn't have as many tools back then that helped us do that. So a lot of it was manual, a lot of it was Excel, a lot of it was pulling information from different sources, trying to collect all that information to make these decisions. So definitely having a good audit of your license usage and who's using what, which ties to number three, making sure they know who your persona, you giving us is based on their roles, responsibilities. So again, that's a huge need that you have as you're looking at these new tiers, these new license changes or cost price changes. And then as we discussed earlier, the two overlap. Sometimes we'd implement a technology because Microsoft wasn't quite there yet, or our business unit would require a certain type of platform or needs, and we would install that software. And then all of a sudden, Microsoft provides something equal or better. And so now we're trying to determine, do we have two tools that are doing the same thing? And what do we do about that? Which tool should stay? Or sometimes, unfortunately, you have to keep two tools because the capabilities ain't quite there. But for the most part, a lot of times you can replace one tool with another. And in many cases, we were able to go find them.